Hello and welcome to Share the Light, sponsored by Chabad UK, the UK's largest virtual Chanukah celebration. I'm Johnny Kaplan and I'll be your host for the next 2 hours. As we can't all attend the official menorah lighting in Trafalgar Square and around the UK this year, we've brought you a very special and interactive Chanukah celebration packed with prestigious guests and our famed menorah competition, of which one lucky winner will walk away Nation 5. Stay tuned to hear from Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, Tzipi Chotovelli, the UK Ambassador to Israel, the Chief Rabbi, Nissim Black, Illusionist, Ilan Smith, Israeli basketball star Tamir Goodman, and many others. Stay tuned.
The lighting of Hanukkah menorahs in public spaces was initiated by the Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, and gave rise to the now ubiquitous menorahs that stand in city squares, malls, and parks across the United States of America and the world. On the eve of Hanukkah in 1980, the Rebbe wrote a letter explaining the reasoning and inspiration of the public menorah.
To all participants in the public lighting of the Chanukah menorah in the USA, greeting and blessing.
Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, recalls the victory, more than 2,100 years ago,
of a militarily weak but spiritually strong Jewish people over the mighty forces of a ruthless enemy
that had overrun the Holy Land and threatened to engulf the land and its people in darkness.
The miraculous victory, culminating with the dedication of the sanctuary in Jerusalem and the rekindling of the menorah,
which had been desecrated and extinguished by the enemy,
has been celebrated annually ever since during these 8 days of Hanukkah,
especially by lighting the Hanukkah menorah, also as a symbol and message of the triumph
of freedom over oppression, of spirit over matter, of light over darkness.
It is a timely and reassuring message, for the forces of darkness are ever present.
Moreover, the danger does not come exclusively from the outside. It often lurks close to home,
in the form of insidious erosion of time-honored values and principles
that are at the foundation of any decent human society.
Needless to say, darkness is not chased away by brooms and sticks, but by illumination.
Our sages said a little light expels a lot of darkness.
The Hanukkah light reminds us in the most obvious way that illumination begins at home.
Within oneself and one's family, by increasing and intensifying the light of Torah and mitzvahs in the everyday experience, even as the Hanukkah lights are kindled in growing numbers from day to day.
But though it begins at home, it does not stop there. Such is the nature of light, that when one kindles a light for one's own benefit, it benefits also all who are in the vicinity.
Indeed, the Hanukkah lights are expressly meant to illuminate the outside,
symbolically alluding to the duty to bring light also to those who,
for one reason or another, still walk in darkness.
Rebbe, thank you, and happy Hanukkah. Thank you, Rebbe.
It must be lighting on the outside also.
Thank you, Rebbe.
That is the message of Hanukkah.
Thank you.
The light on people's doors in such a manner that it will light the street around your home.
Thank you, Rebbe. I need it in my neighborhood.
Now you know why this is my favorite Chag. It's such a beautiful time where everybody's spreading light. So our teams have been working hard day and night to get ready for today's event. Now let's see them putting up our 30-foot technology-enhanced menorah in Trafalgar Square. Now that's my sort of menorah. 32 foot high, standing next to Trafalgar Square and built using the latest technology. So now let's hear it for music legends' 8th day.
Happy Chanukah, everybody in the UK, everybody around Europe joining us. So great to be with you here virtually. Hope to see you all in person soon. It's Chanukah, time to celebrate. Sing along. Here we go. Ma'ozor Yeshuasu Lechono Elishabeach Tikun Beis Tevilasi Bisham Toda Nizabeach Lies Tachin Matbeach Mitzor Amnabeach Ozeg Mor Bishir Mizmor Chanukah Samizbeach Shir Mizmor Chanukah Samizbeach Lies Tachin Matbeach Mitzor Amnabeach Ozeg Mor Bishir Mizmor Chanukah Samizbeach Ozeg Mor Bishir Mizmor Kasam is Oh Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the horror. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Chanukah reminds us, each one of us is a miracle of light.
No fighter plane, no battleship can crush what's pure and sweet. It's that last drop of oil, just won't see defeat. It keeps our little hopping flame dancing to the beat. It's that last drop of oil we're taking to the streets.
And we'll blow smoke in the face of darkness, set fires to burn up the night. Tell Harry, tell all your stories, be a miracle of a life. Blow smoke in the face of darkness, set fires to burn up the night. Tell Harry, tell all your stories, be a miracle of a life.
Tanto vestino, no canto nigmason, di boine mi ad chanoshim, rabim biyad miyatim.
I'll be your business, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light. I'll be your business, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light.
Flushed like an olive, let your oil flow. When there's nothing left, your true colors show.
So reach deep down and grab that spark. Ain't you tired of living in the dark? Show me a candlelight, show you the light. Show me a candlelight, show you the light.
Blow smoke in the face of darkness, set fires to burn up the night.
Tell Harry, tell all your stories, be a miracle of a light. Blow smoke in the face of darkness, set fires to burn up the night. Tell Harry, tell all your stories, be a miracle
song. Givoire mi ad chaloshim, rabim biyad mi yatim. I'll be your nest, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light. I'll be your nest, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light. I'll be your nest, I'll be your nest. I'll be your nest, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light. I'll be your nest, I'll be your nest, I'll be your nest. Show me, can I show you the light? I'll be your nest. Show me, can I show you the light? I'll be your nest, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light. I'll be your nest, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light. I'll be your nest, I'll be your bright light, I'll be your miracle, I'll be your miracle of light. I'll be your nest.
To our attention a famous debate between Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel, the school of Shammai and the school of Hillel. According to Beit Shammai, on the first night of Chanukah we should light 8 candles, on the second night 7, going down to 1 on the concluding night. According to Beit Hillel, it's just the opposite, and of course this is our practice. We start with 1 on the first night, 2 on the second night, and on the concluding 8th night we light 8. According to Beit Shammai, we should be mindful of the days that are left in the festival. According to Beit Hillel, we should concentrate on the days behind us. Beit Shammai draw a parallel between the lighting of the Chanukah on the one hand and the descending number of animals which were brought for sacrifice during the festival of Sukkot on the other hand. While according to Beit Hillel, what matters most of all is ma'alin b'kodesh. We should always strive continuously to reach greater heights of spiritual attainment. Now, I believe that there is a connection here between this difference of opinion and Jewish education. The term we use for education is chinuch, coming from the same root as Chanukah, meaning dedication. I love visiting our schools. I derive so much inspiration from seeing our young children with their passion and enthusiasm for their Yiddishkeit. They love to learn the alphabet. They're proud of what they know. They really relish those opportunities to sing the songs. Sadly, sometimes it can happen that after an immersive Jewish education at a young age, post bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah, the dedication to education can start to wane, and the commitment can decrease as the years roll on. Beit Hillel, however, were insistent that actually the opposite should be the case. We should consolidate what we have learnt and from there climb up one further step as we go higher and higher on the ladder of Jewish attainment. And that is what is symbolized through the way in which we light our Chanukah candles. The greatest accolade we can give to an authority in Jewish law is to say that person is a Talmid Chacham, meaning a wise student. Whatever we know, even the greatest authority amongst us must still be a student. Like the kindling of the Chanukah candles, we can always climb higher on that ladder towards greatness. Shabbat Shalom and Chanukah Sameach.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Mervis. As always, highly inspirational. So, things are about to get exciting, and it's time to go and see our 5 semi-finalists who've built their own unique and very creative menorahs. So before we actually meet our finalists, let's hear a few words from Michael Friedman, the co-founder and trustee of the Genesis Philanthropy Group. We're about to hear from Michael Friedman from Genesis Philanthropy Group.
Yes. Michael, yeah. Okay. If you want to speak to what Rachel?
Hello, that got very exciting for a minute. Hello from us over here, ready to interview the contestants of the amazing Chanukah exhibition. I'm Rachel, nice to see you. And we're going to have a chat with some of our amazing contestants. But first, let me introduce our guest judges for this part of the proceedings. We have over here Adel and Mushka. They are our youth judges for the competition, and they have amazing credentials in that they are both doing GCSE art. So they definitely know a thing or two about creativity. So let's meet some of the contestants, and let's start with Asher. So Asher, I'm going to look at him over here so that he knows I'm talking to him. Asher, give me a wave so I can see you. Hello, Asher. Now I know which one you are. Hello, say hello so we can hear your voice.
Hi.
Hi, Asher, and this is very exciting. Are you excited?
Yeah.
It's got very confusing because the wrong child is on the screen. It got very exciting there. That is what happens when you do things live. So, Asher, have you got a name for your amazing creation? Have you got a title for it?
Well, on the menorah it says Asher, so it would be silly if I gave it like a different name. So I don't know.
So the Asher Menorah, brilliant. What a great title. And can you describe it to anyone who hasn't seen it? If somebody went to make a cup of tea, just for watching the video, can you describe your menorah to everybody?
Well, it says my name, they're all in capital letters, and it's got like stands. I made it out of copper pipes.
Okay. And I'm going to hand over quickly to my colleagues over here who may have some questions for you. So do you want to take the mic and ask a question to Asher?
Yeah, I want to know what made you think of doing this? Like, how did you decide to make this?
Well, my dad's a gas heating engineer, so I was thinking for like a project, so I decided that I should he had like loads of spare pipes, so he said I thought why not? Let's use that. And so he said, okay, yeah. Because he didn't.
I hope they weren't pipes that anyone needed for their heating in their house. Otherwise, someone's very cold now. And Mushka, do you have a question for Asha?
Wow, that's a really amazing menorah. Did you do that yourself?
Most of it. My dad.
What did you have help with?
Well,
right.
The measuring.
He helped by taking the copper from people's heating. Not really. I'm casting aspersions on your dad. It's a lovely menorah. Well done, you. So if you want to vote for Asha, please remember to go online right now. And we're going to meet our next contestant, who is Shmuley Grossberger. Shmuley, give us a wave. Are you there, Shmuley? Excellent. Okay, so if we can swap Shmuley in, that would be fantastic. And we can see him shining and bright on our feed. Lovely. Hello, Shmuley, you okay? You're going to have to make sound because otherwise we won't know that you're saying anything.
Hello?
Hello. Ah, were you muted?
Yeah.
It's 2020. That's what happens. Everyone goes on mute and forgets. Shmuley, hello. Do you have a title for your amazing Chanukah?
No.
Okay, we'll just call it the amazing Shmuley Grossberger Chanukah. And can you describe it for anyone who might not have seen it?
It's basically we took cans and we squeezed them a bit to look like people singing. And then we took a conductor and made a conductor. And I made it into
wow.
eight cans, so it looked like a menorah.
Did you have to drink all the drinks that are within those cans for the sake of your art?
No, because I didn't like Coke.
So did you have to bribe your family to drink all the drinks?
Yeah.
Okay, let me hand over my young judges to my right. And we have our first question
Rachel, can you hear me?
From Adel.
Yeah, you said that we did it. Who helped you? Who did it with you?
My mother.
Was it your mother who drank the Coke?
No.
Okay. And Mushka, do you have a question for Shmuley?
Yeah, how did you think of making such an amazing menorah?
Because I like singing, so I thought of that we sing Hallel on Chanukah, so I thought of making something to do with singing.
It's a really lovely idea, and singing is one of the best bits of Chanukah. Well, it's lovely to meet you, Shmuley. We're going to set you free for a bit and meet our next contestant. In fact, it's contestants because it's two people together, and that is Benjamin and Giuseppe. So let's find the two of you. You should be easy to find as there's two people. That makes it slightly easier. I'll give you a little wave with one hand.
Cool, next.
Excellent. So make sure we can see both of your faces. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Oh, you're showing it. So you're holding your Chanukah up for everyone to see. Let's see it again. Hold it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. How do you two know each other, Benjamin and Giuseppe? How do you know each other? Are you related?
Brothers.
Your brothers. Okay, well, that's a good way of being related. Very nice to meet you. And do you have a title for your amazing, is it Lego or Duplo?
It's Lego.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm quite far away in a different building, so it wasn't easy to see. Excellent, excellent work there. So do you have a title for your piece of work?
Do you have a title?
Has it got a name?
Yes, it's Star.
Can you tell me? It's a secret. A stump menorah.
Star
Beautiful.
Menorah. Star Menorah.
Star menorah. Lovely. And can you describe it for anyone who can't see it right now? Describe it with your words.
It's made of Lego.
You're doing very well.
Lego. And it's colorful. And it took me 3 days to build my menorah.
Wow, hard work indeed. And did your brother help you, or is he just sitting there to like enhance the picture? Did he help you or did you do it yourself?
I did do all by myself, and I did help my brother only a little bit to do his menorah.
Good job.
Okay, that's excellent. Let me see if my assistants have any questions. Okay, over to Ada Lamushka.
What inspired you to make this menorah?
Chanukah.
Do you know what inspired means? How did you get the idea for this exact design?
Because in the first Chanukah in England, I did make my menorah, and then this Chanukah I did already know how to make a menorah.
You did your first menorah.
You had some practice on the last one.
Last Chanukah.
This Chanukah we did bigger.
I think I can hear an assistant for you in the background. That's really great. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I know my brother loves Lego, and I know it's really hard to make things out of Lego. How did you make it? Did you follow a plan, or did you just make it up?
Great question.
I did follow a plan. That was my great idea.
Okay, that's lovely. Benjamin and Giuseppe, we're going to see you soon, perhaps. And now we're going to go to Michael Dahan. Michael, give us a wave. Bye. See you soon. That was very nice. It's nice to say goodbye to people. And Michael, excellent. Lovely to see you. Michael, do you have your Chanukah with you?
Right over here.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's right behind you. That's fantastic. It's very big, isn't it? So do you have a title for yours?
The Chabad.
A Chabad. Excellent title. And can you describe it to anyone who can't see it? Because on the Zoom, it's a bit hard to see.
It's in the shape of a dreidel. It's got the full size of the dreidel on it, and it's got chocolate coins all around it.
Lovely. If you'd have sent us in the chocolate coins, you might have got some extra points from us. Okay, I'm just going to see if we've got any questions from the couch over here.
Yeah, your dreidel menorah, it's amazing because it's taking two ideas of Chanukah and making it one. Where did you get the idea to do that? To take two things and just make it one thing?
I just really like spinning the dreidel, and I've never seen a Chanukah here in a shape of a dreidel, so I decided to make one like that.
Fabulous. And do you have a question, Mishka?
It's a little hard to see on the Zoom. What's it made out of?
It's completely recyclable, and it's made out of cardboard and bottle lids for the tops.
Wow, so this is an environmentally friendly menorah because you've recycled the paper, which is great to hear. You're looking after the earth. That's very, very good job.
Excellent. So we have our final one of our semi-finalists, which is Yitzi Katz. He's the final of our top 5. Yitzi, hello.
Hi.
Okay, give us a wave so we know who you are. Excellent. Now it's finally your turn to be on the screen. Hello, Yitzi. And can we see yours?
I've actually not got any more.
So you lit it. Because you lit it. Because I remember yours. So can you just give yours a title and then describe it to everyone? Because when you describe it, that will definitely explain how comes you don't have it anymore.
Okay, it's called the chess menorah, and it's got like a slate at the bottom, which looks like a chessboard, and then it's got one of each piece in a different color, and the king is 2 colors as the shamash, and it's in the middle. So it looks, so the black is one side and the white is the other side.
Lit them the candles.
Excellent.
Go and hold up the picture.
So Yitzi, did you actually light the menorah? Can we not see it anymore? Did you light it and it lit up? So we could call yours the James Bond menorah that self-destructs after you set fire to it. So that sounds really cool. Okay, do we have anything from our judges? Any questions for Yitzi there? Okay, I think we're having a little bit of an audio problem, so we're going to come back to the studio and we'll get back to the judges very shortly. I want to thank everybody for listening. And as you know, we had a slight technical problem before we went to the judges. So there we just spoke to Rachel Krieger, who is the head judge. She's sitting there with her judging assistants there. And they are determining who is going to be the finalists of the Menorah competition. So they've got the 5 finalists there. As you saw, we heard from those finalists. And actually, we're going to go back and we're going to hear as the judges select them down to the last 2. So thank you so much, Rachel, and your assistant judges there. So as we were before, we're going to hear very quickly from Michael Friedman, who is the co-founder and trustee of the Genesis Philanthropy Group.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and honored guests, this year has been a Hanukkah like no other. However, at its heart, Hanukkah is always the same. It is an enduring festival of hope, a testament to victory against the odds and the fact that the smallest light can overcome the greatest darkness. Tonight's virtual Hanukkah event is itself a sign of hope and resilience. As a child who grew up in the Soviet Union, gathering together for Jewish communal events was impossible due to political repression. In the midst of a global pandemic, we are once again not able to join together in person as one community, although for entirely different reasons. To our ancestors who were unable to celebrate their faith and identity publicly during so many difficult times, the very possibility that thousands of Jewish people can now meet virtually for the lighting of the menorah would seem miraculous. And in our modern times, we should not take for granted how special and powerful it is to join together online to bring the light of Hanukkah into our homes. It is a privilege to be joining you this evening. Let me wish you all, wherever you may be, Hag Hanukkah Sameach. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. So, you know, this is a very exciting Chanukah. We know that we're all very distant and we're apart from each other. But what we've prepared for you here is an interactive Chanukah celebration where actually the audience can get involved as well. And that's what's so magical about this event. So we're asking you right now to get to the website, sharethelight.uk, and make sure you vote for these menorahs. So one of these finalists is going to get chosen and win the grand prize of a PlayStation 5. So we're relying on you, the audience. So make sure that you're interacting with the program. You're going to see their scores come up on the screen there, and they're actually in real time. They're moving up, so we can see exactly who the winners are. So make sure you get involved. The kids there have done a lot of hard work, and they want to have your support. So let's show them as much support as possible by actually voting for those menorahs, and you can vote who's going to walk away with that grand prize today. So, you know, I've been an innovator since I was 14 years old, and what I didn't know was that Jewish people have always been innovators, even back to the time of the Maccabees, who were known for their explicit and extravagant innovation. So let's go and see some of our innovative Jewish history on Chanukah.
When 40,000 soldiers with ferocious war elephants come knocking on your door, demanding that you surrender your soul, you either yield or innovate quickly. Over 2 millennia ago, Judah the Maccabee chose the latter option. The Maccabees refused to exchange Judaism for Hellenism and came up with some creative solutions instead. Like inventing the dreidel game to disguise the outlawed study of Torah. Like rewriting battle strategy to outsmart the Greek army's ambush tactics. Or like fashioning a new temple menorah out of alternative materials due to a dearth of precious metals. Well, we won that struggle. And to thank God for our victory, our sages invented the Chanukah menorah, charging us with a mission to spread the light and the spirit of Chanukah. But the creativity never stopped flowing. And some 2,000 years down the line, Chabad took up the challenge of spreading the light in every place and by all possible means. Here, take a look at this.
Potatoes peeling great, shredding onion tears streaming down your face. Then salt and pepper to your taste. Add a tablespoon of flour, a pinch of baking powder. Then add 2 eggs and mix it all together. And while we stir, we sing. Tonight it's Chanukah, got everything we need. A frying pan, some oil for your latke recipe. Let's celebrate our victory. We've got the latke recipe. Pour enough oil to cover the pan. Turn up the heat, but don't burn your hands. Now you are ready to complete the plan. Gonna take a spoon and fill it and pass it on a skillet. Few at a time, from one side then the other, till both are golden brown.
It seems like Hanukkah is everywhere nowadays. But it isn't. There's still plenty of room for innovation. And the Jewish spirit of creativity is just as vibrant as it was in the era of the Maccabees. No doubt you could think of some original ways to promote traditional Hanukkah themes. Why don't you give it a try?
Now, there were some incredible menorahs, and that really inspires everybody to be creative for this competition and design their own menorah. I especially like that dreidel that was spinning in the space shuttle with NASA. Quite incredible. So as you've now seen the history of our innovation, let's take you to Trafalgar Square to see our current innovation with the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, who's standing at the base of our giant 32-foot high menorah, which is a technological innovation of its own.
It's disappointing that due to the COVID restrictions, we're unable to put on the Hanukkah on the Square event this year. But I'm still delighted that we can continue the tradition of hosting a menorah on Trafalgar Square right next to a Christmas tree, a great symbol of our city's great diversity. The story of Hanukkah is truly inspiring and has given hope to Jewish people and many others for over 2 millennia. At its core is a message that I believe is more important now than ever, that regardless of the odds, we can come together to ensure freedom of religion triumphs over hate, oppression and persecution, and that light triumphs over darkness. So as the candles of the menorah are lit this year, let us all rededicate ourselves to defending our open values, to tackling anti-Semitism in all its forms, and to celebrating our incredible religious diversity, which helps to make London the greatest city in the world. Lastly, I want to pay tribute to the amazing contribution of the Jewish community in London. The many examples of how you've been helping Londoners in need during this difficult year has been a shining example of our city at its best. So thank you. From my family to yours, happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah Sameach.
Thank you so much, Mayor Khan. I really couldn't agree with you anymore. Okay, let's hear from Jonathan Goldstein, the chair of the Jewish Leadership Council, just before we get stuck into the festivities. So remember, there were hundreds of kids that applied and sent designs in of their creative menorahs. And meanwhile, our judges are working in the background, really sorting through those finalists, giving them points on all the merits of each of their menorahs. And we're going to go down and find out those scores very soon. So before further ado, let's hear from the Jewish Leadership Council.
Hanukkah's a time of joy, a time to dance. Tanz, tanz, tacke, tacke, hule, hule, hule. Tanz, tanz, tacke, tacke, heilige, hule, yo. Clap along, dance along, it's Hanukkah, here we go. Echad ani Yudea, this time do me one favor. Mitzvah liyot b'simcha. Shnayim ani yodea. When you share it, that's a flavor. Mitzvah liyot b'simcha. Oh, this whole world spends on divine. Nothing you can do when it's dancing time. Dance, dance, take, take, hule, hule, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hailike, hailike, hule. Oh, dance, dance, take, take, hule, hule, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hailike, hule. This joy is blind to color. Dark days like any other. Mitzvah liyot b'simcha. Mitzvah liyot b'simcha. You can dance the heavens open, just enough to slip some hope in. Mitzvah liyot b'simcha. Oh, 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 oh. This whole world spins on divine. Nothing you can do when it's dancing time. Dance, dance, take, take, hule, hule, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hailike, hailike, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hule, hule, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hailike, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hule, hule, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hailike, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hule, hule, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hailike. So it's so divine. It's Chanukah dancing time. Sing it, come on. Hula hula, hula hula, hula hula, hula hula, hula hula, hula. Oh, mashke hula, do me get a cara hot metri. Mashke hula, do me get a cara hot metri. Mashke hula, get cara hot. Dance, dance, take, take. Put your hands together, come on. Hula, hula. Dance, dance, take, take. Hailike, hailike, hula. Dance, dance, take, take. Hula, hula, hula. Dance, dance, take, take. Hailike, hailike, hula. Dance, dance, take, take, hule, hule, hule. Dance, dance, take, take, hailike, hule, hule. It's time to let our Yiddish neshama, our dancing flames, spread the light, spread the joy. Here we go. Get those feet dancing. It's Mazel Tov time. Here we go. Tell all your fears, your worries, your troubles. Tell them to go and dance. Kizatska, kizatska. Tell those you know, or even some strangers. Tell them to come and dance the hora, hora. Tell all your dreams, your hopes, and your stories. Tell them to go and dance. Kizatska, kizatska. Tell all your friends, your brothers, your neighbors. Tell them to come and dance the hora, hora. To the dance for Mazel Tov. 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 Hey, yo, hey. Gates they're open wide. Our children by our side. This dance floor is alive. Why? 'Cause I'm Yisrael Chai. Keep those hands clapping. Keep those dreidels spinning. It's Chanukah time. That's right. Tell all your fears, your worries, your troubles. Tell them to go and dance. Kizatska, kizatska. Tell those you know, or even some strangers. Tell them if they's dancing, hora, hora. To the dance floor, mazel tov. 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 To the dance floor, mazel tov.
Hey, yo, hey. Like an eagle soaring high,
you'll hold up for the ride.
No, no, don't hide your pride.
You know the Rebbe teaches us, Rach gut wird sein gut. Think positive, it'll be positive. What a wonderful message, perfect timing. Let's spread the light of Rach gut wird sein gut. I met a little boy with big brown eyes, said, Trach gut wird sein gut. I met a little girl who had nowhere, she said, Trach gut wird sein gut. Oh, Trach gut wird sein gut. Trach gut wird sein gut. Trach gut wird sein good to me. Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good to me. So, if you wanna come along and dance with me, say, Trach gut wird sein good. And if you wanna come along and sing with me, say, Trach gut wird sein good. Oh, Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good to me. Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good. Oh, Trach gut wird sein good to me. So, if you wanna come along and dance with me, say, Trach gut wird sein good. And if you wanna come along and sing with me, say, Trach gut wird sein good. Oh, Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good to me. Trach gut wird sein good. Trach gut wird sein good. Oh, Trach gut wird sein good to me. Trach gut wird sein good to me. The old classic. I say chitty, you say bum. I'll be with you through the joy and the sorrow. I'll be with you today and tomorrow. I cry with you when you lose and you borrow. I'll dance with you when you win and say bravo. 'Cause one's just one, but together we're number one. Yes, one's just one, but together we're number one. I say chitty, you say bum. We say chitty bitty bim bum bum. I say chitty, you say bum. We say chitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bum. Chitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bum. Chitty bitty bim bum bum. Hey, one, 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 one. Together we're number one. Whoa. All together we're number one. Make some noise for Betsy on the guitar. One nation, one God, unity. I say chitty, you say bum. We say chitty bitty bim bum bum. I say chitty, you say bum. We say chitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bum. Chitty bitty bim bum bum. Chitty bitty bum. Chitty bitty bim bum bum. Hey, one, 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 one. Together we're number one. Whoa. All together we're number one. Trach gut wird sein gut. To the dance for mazel tov. Trach gut wird sein gut. To the dance for mazel tov.
Thank you so much, Eighth Day. Now, you probably noticed that wasn't Jonathan Goldstein of the Jewish Leadership Council. So all I can tell you is this is our first live event, and you guys should bear with us a little bit because the staff here in the studio are almost too excited to switch the music on rather than hear all the people speak. So, we're trying to party and we're trying to hear to these amazing leaders around the country. So we're going to get Jonathan Goldstein on right now from the chair of the Leadership Council just before we get stuck into the real festivities.
Chanukah Sameach from all of us at the JLC. Chanukah is a festival dedicated to the renewal and the resilience of the Jewish people. And we reach the end of the year where that resilience has been tested to the full by this deadly pandemic. And we pray that the lights of the menorah will bring to an end the darkness that has filled so many families and so many people, both in the Jewish world and wider, during the course of this year. It was Anne Frank who said that a single candle can both defy and define the darkness. And we pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that the candles for this year's Chanukah will mark the end of that period of darkness. And as we begin to roll out a vaccine, we pray that this will bring an end to the suffering that so many people have endured during the course of 2020. So Chanukah Sameach, and hopefully next year we'll be meeting in real time, together, with our families and with our friends, enjoying the wonderful festival of Chanukah. Chanukah Sameach.
Amen to that. Thank you so much, Jonathan Friedman. Lovely words. And sorry to make you wait until after 8th day to share those wonderful words of wisdom with us. So, guys, we have thousands of viewers from over the UK watching today, hundreds of people voting for the kids that have put forwards their amazing designs for beautiful menorahs. So, let's get a drum roll. It's time to go to our judges who've been assessing the finalist menorahs, and the judges will now award points to their chosen finalists. Rachel, can you hear me there in the judges studio?
Give me a wave.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, I'm Anita Zabladovich, by the way.
Hi.
Anita
hi.
is our guest judge. She is a world art expert.
Yes,
and she's going to ask a couple of questions to the contestants.
Hi, Anita. Lovely to have you on the show. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. No, Asher, where are you? Wave. Wave to me. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Can we get
so
Usher
you made
up on
this
the screen?
amazing work out of plumbing tools. And what actually gave you the idea, and was it difficult to make?
Well, it took us about 3 weeks to make, and I got the idea. My dad just had like loads of pipes left, and we do soldering a lot, but so we thought maybe we could like stick it together with soldering, but it would take too long, so we use a copper glue.
Oh, that's great. Yitzi, can I ask you a question? Where are you? Can you give me a wave? There he is. Okay, Yitzi. Tell me, so what do you want to be when you grow up?
Rich.
Okay, rich.
Good luck with
that. All right. One more question before I'm finishing, because I'm enjoying myself so much. Okay, Benjamin. I know that Giuseppe is your brother, but are you best friends, and will you work with each other forever?
Yes, and I want to be an engineer, and my brother wants to be an engineer.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I look forward to you being the best engineers in the world. Why not? Okay, it's time to award some points. And as you can see, if you're looking at the screen, there is only a tiny margin between the top two at the moment. That's 10 points between the person who's in first place and second.
Excuse me.
So even though we're giving you, remember, family, friends, and anyone who's watching, go to www.sharethelight.uk and vote for your favourite. So first I'm going to come to Mushka, and you're going to award your points in reverse order.
Excuse me, Yitzi hasn't had a chance to speak and explain what he did.
We did speak to Yitzi right at the beginning, but if Yitzi would like to explain again very quickly, that's lovely.
Audio wasn't working, so you didn't speak to me.
Okay, Yitzi, tell us.
We just had the
tell
beginning.
us now, Yitzi.
Thank you very much for that, Yitzi. Well done for reminding us. So Yitzi, quickly remind everyone. I did tell everyone it was wax, but maybe people didn't hear. Will you describe your menorah for us again? Have you got a picture there quickly?
Yeah, I've got a picture of it.
Great.
Wow.
And hold it right up to the camera. Wonderful. So hopefully everyone can see your amazing work.
Wow.
And the reason, obviously, that it wasn't visible as a live thing is because wax has a habit of melting.
Thank you.
So what was your inspiration for that, Yitzi?
I like chess.
Fair enough. It's a great answer. Thank you. And thanks for reminding us that we hadn't heard from you. Let's quickly go back to Mishka and hear your points.
So I'm going to give 2 points to Benjamin and Giuseppe. Michael Dahan and his Chabadika are going to get 4 points. Itzy Katz, you're going to get 6 points. 8 points to Shmuley Grossberger and 10 points to Asha Smoos.
Excellent. So I should have said the judges all have 30 points to divide amongst all of the contestants.
I'm sorry, Mishka.
Adel, let's hear your points in reverse order, please.
Yeah, I gave 2 points to Asha Smith, 4 points to Benjamin and Giuseppe, 6 points to Shmuley Grossberger, 8 points to Yitzi Katz, and 10 points to Michael Dahan.
Excellent. Well done to all of you. Great so far. Now we're going to turn to Anita for her points.
I'm going to give 2 points to Asha, 4 points to Benjamin and Giuseppe, 6 points to Yitzi, 8 points to Shmuley, and 10 points to Michael.
So it is super, super close. The voting closes in 15 minutes at 6:20. So get voting, everybody. And let's go back to the main studio.
Thank you so much to our judges, and thank you so much to our finalists there who are all being awarded prizes. And now our team in the background will now take back the judges' points, and over the next few minutes they will start to actually add those points, and you'll see those scores go up. So excellent, things are really getting exciting here. A huge well done to all of our children who've completed our Menorah competition. We've seen so many amazing designs. It was actually really hard for us to get down to these last few finalists. So well done to everybody who competed in the competition. Even if you weren't mentioned today on the show, we're really proud of you, and you've done a great job by being innovative and building your own creative menorah. So dear friends, let's join together and light our record-breaking menorah in Trafalgar Square.
Good evening, everybody, from cold, bright Trafalgar Square. Normally we have crowds can come together, but now crowds are at home, joining together virtually. Behind me you can see that the shamas of the menorah is lit. The shamas is the candle from which we light all the other flames, and it's above the others. Now, the other flames are 8. We know they symbolize the 8 days of Chanukah. The number 8 symbolizes above nature, etc. But that actually symbolizes the Kohen, the priest, who would light the menorah in the olden days. Today, each one of us can act as that shamas. And what does that mean? Is that inside us, it could be the darkest time in the street. All you need to do is light one candle and it lights things up. Sometimes we can feel like we're going through a dark time. All it needs is a little candle lighting up our neshama, lighting up our inner self. A shamas is a person today who goes in and is a lamplighter and lights other people's lamps. Each one of us can serve as that shamas, that lamplighter that inspires somebody else. We can all serve as an inspiration for someone else, and that is also the best way to inspire ourselves and bring warmth and light to our lives and our surroundings. We will now continue with lighting the menorah, and please, if you know the tunes, sing along with me. Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, Asher kedishanu b'mitzvaysav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner Chanukah. Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, she'asa Nissim l'avoseinu, bayamim ha'hem bizman hazeh.
Wasn't that just incredible? That's just the biggest menorah I've ever seen in my life, and I love the way those flames are burning. Those are actually LCD screens on the top of that menorah. It was innovated by an old classmate of mine, Richard Robbins, from Hasmonean High School, and I'm very proud of him. It looks absolutely beautiful and a wonderful sight there to light up the whole of London. So let's hear it from the UK ambassador to Israel, Her Excellency Tzipi Chotoveli.
Chanukah Sameach to Chabad here in the UK and Chabad all around the world. Every single day you spread the Jewish light, and I'm so proud of the amazing work you do. I'm Tzipi Chotoveli, the new Israeli ambassador here in the UK. I would like to wish you and to all your families happy Chanukah. This year, this amazing light that is coming from the state of Israel is also the light of peace. We're so happy for it. So happy Chanukah from my family to you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. And what a wonderful menorah that you have there next to you. Okay, time to get mystified. Let's meet the amazing illusionist, Ilan Smith.
So even though we're here in South Africa, we all know it says you are where your heart is, and we would really love to be there with you. So as you noticed, I'm wearing a South African rugby jersey. Now if I'm there with you, it's a little too South African. Let's make it a little bit more generic. Watch this. That's a lot better.
In life, there are many, many magical things. You can create a beautiful world of magic, and the secret lies in one simple step. The concept of understanding how humans think, and then therefore creating a method that uses their own brain as a weapon against them. Watching a crowd, seeing how they enjoy it, seeing their face and their mouths gasp. All that matters is the excitement and the joy that I get from standing in front of a crowd and making them believe that anything is possible.
One of my favorite parts of magic is the close-up sleight of hand type. Let me show you what I mean. And now from the sublime to the ridiculous. Okay, now it's time for a bit of an experiment. Zals, you want to climb on the chair? So Zali is small, I'm also small because we're far from camera. But if I'm over here, I'm big, and Zali's small. So let's try something. I come like this, and put my hand out. I'm going to give Zali a bit of a tickle. I'm going to push him off the chair. Sorry, Zal. Let's try this. Zali, I'm going to cover you up. And then all of a sudden, bam! Well done, Zals. So, as a kid growing up, we used to make something called a can grenade. I'm sure you do the same thing. Maybe you don't call it a can grenade. But I've got a cream soda and a Coca-Cola. So let's say, doesn't matter really, we'll choose one. We turn this into a can grenade, a cream soda can grenade. That's it, this is a can grenade, you shake it up. And we all know why it's called a can grenade, right? Because once you've shooken it up, it goes everywhere. So watch, here's a bit of magic, something very different. This one has been shooken up. This one, the Coke, has not been touched. So my job is to have the gas, the carbonation that's been created in the bottom one inside the cream soda, to travel up and go into the Coke. Right? Sounds crazy. But all those gas particles are going up, going up, going up, and they don't just stop at the top, they go into the Coke. So this Coke has not been shooken up. It's been touched, but it hasn't been shooken up yet. Cream soda turned into a can grenade. So watch this, check this out. Theoretically, when I open this, it should then burst. But now, all good. L'chaim. And we'll pour that out, you'll see that's a real cream soda. Now the Coke hasn't been touched, so we're going to make a bit of a mess now. The Coke hasn't been shooken up yet, and yet when you open that one up, whoops, sorry about that, and that's a real Coke. That's what we used to do as a kid growing up. Now the reason why we did things like this is how we made mess. But we did it because, you know, we didn't have, it sounds crazy, but we didn't have snow growing up. So what we used to do, made a bit of a mess at home, but what we used to do to create snow was something like this. Watch. Maybe not quite as cool as it was with those drinks. So here, check this out. You know, for snow, snow's made up with a little bit of water. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful afternoon or evening. Now time for me to tidy up this mess. Thank you very much, guys. Over and out.
Wow, that was super cool. Thank you so much, Ilan. Was that really snow in South Africa? Now that's something I haven't seen before. So, it's time for us to go and see the Chanukah candle lightings from around the UK.
Happy Chanukah to all of you, from all of us here at Sainsbury's Shiloh.
The Jewish festival of Hanukkah started a few hours ago, which is when these lights went on. Find out where it is and what it's all about a little bit later.
Tonight was marked with a very special lighting in North London, but this year, like so many other events, it will be a much quieter affair. Let's go over to Asad now, who's in Golders Green.
Well, Hanukkah is a family event, but this year we cannot have the larger family gatherings. Each evening in previous years at the public menorah lighting here at Golders Green Station, we've had maybe 300-400 people each evening. This year, due to social distancing, we cannot have the crowd. We're just streaming it on social media.
Happy Chanukah from Manchester's prestigious Springfield Square, wishing you a happy Chanukah.
We're very excited to have such a huge turnout from the local community of Mill Hill East.
So thank you to all the doctors, nurses and everyone, a lot of them who are from the Jewish community, who made such a significant contribution to us.
That was so wonderful. And even with all of this social distancing, I mean, look at the space I have around me, that we all feel closer to each other with this wonderful interactive Chanukah celebration. Okay, the voting has now been closed, and we've had over 1,000 votes from around the country for our final finalists. It's time to go to see the finalists and hear from the judges who will choose their last two finalists. All right, time to go see our judges' studio and hear the last two finalists. So can we move over to our judges' studio? Hello, judges.
Hello, everybody. And this is very exciting. The voting has now closed. And I can see from the scoreboard, you all can, especially if the scoreboard comes back on, we'll be able to know who their finalists are. So me to introduce Anita back onto the stage, ready to speak to our two finalists, who are, just checking my maths, Shmuley Grossberger and Yitzi Katz. Well done to all of you. Oh, no, I've done this wrong. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, I've done it correctly. They confused me by numbering the kids in terms of their cameras. That's absolutely fabulous. All 5 did amazing work. And in fact, all the entrants, we had hundreds of them, were fantastic as well. But all top 5 will receive prizes. And we have 2 special prizes for the first and second place. So Anita just has a couple more questions for those two, for Shmuley and Yitzi. And we will hand over to Anita.
Shmuley. Hi, can you give me a wave, Shmuley? Where are you? There you are. Shmuley, this work makes me very happy, as it probably does everyone else. What made you choose Cannes?
I like singing, so I thought of doing something to do with singing. So then I was playing around with cans once, and I by mistake mushed it. And it looked like someone singing. Only what I had to do is draw 2 eyes on it.
Well, that's what I call an artistic process. Thank you so much, Shmuley. So next I want to interview Yitzhak. Congratulations, Yitzhak. That's amazing. And I did notice on the piece of paper that went with your work, there is something in the art called a process. You actually showed how you made the work, and it looks so complicated. Did you make any mistakes?
Yeah, at the beginning, I tried like carving the white pieces out of a black slate, but then that didn't exactly work. So I just stuck white papers on the thing. It looked like a chessboard.
Well, I can see, Itski, why you are a winner. And I'm so happy that you love to play chess, because it's a wonderful game that unites the whole world together. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Yeah, one more thing.
Oh, who wants to say one more thing there?
Who's that?
That got very exciting.
Yeah, Yitzi.
When I was waxing it...
Yitzi, say your one more thing.
When I made the molds of the chess pieces, then sometimes the chess pieces didn't come out exactly perfect, so I needed to redo it quite a lot.
But you know what? That's life, isn't it? None of us are perfect right from the beginning. We've got to work on ourselves until we get there. So well done to everybody. The final winner is going to be announced in about 15 minutes, and we'll go back to the studio.
Thank you so much to our judges, and thank you so much to our contestants as well. Well done, Yitzi and Shmuley, and well done for you for your hard work. And I tell you, if you get stuck into something and you fail, it's actually a wonderful experience for you, because you learn that didn't work and you have to pick yourself back up and work a different way to achieve it. And it's a great inspiration to all of us that you've battled through trying to build that menorah, whether you carved it or whether you molded the wax. You were having a difficult time, and I think it's a great inspiration. It should be an inspiration to all the other contestants. So well done to all of our finalists. Both are incredible menorahs, great innovation and creativity. So now let's hear from singer and rapper Nissim Black and Israeli basketball legend Tamir Goodman.
Hi, my name is Nissim Black, and I was born in Seattle, Washington. I'm a professional rapper, and I love doing what I do. Rap is the tool that I use and the medium that I use to be able to reach people in an amazing way and to be able to share God's love in the world. I was raised in a completely different life than what I'm living now. As an inner city kid, growing up in the urban neighborhoods, got into gang violence and drugs very early on, and had that wonderful opportunity to change my life. I converted to Judaism at the age of 26. Me and my wife, we had 2 children at the time, and thank God, Hashem has blessed us now with 6. And we picked up and left America and moved here to Eretz Israel, and we now live outside of Jerusalem in Beit Shemesh. One of the things that inspired me the most about Judaism was the honesty of the story. If you read throughout the Hebrew scriptures, the beautiful, beautiful story and relationship between God and the Jewish people, this constant rising and falling of the people, and this constant love that Hashem has for the Jewish people, and the inseparable relationship that there is between Hashem, the Jewish people, and the land of Israel. So that very much so inspired me to want to be a part of that relationship, to take hold of it and to immerse myself in it.
And so we make a flame for this miracle.
Chanukah. Who cannot be connected to Chanukah? I feel so connected. I feel like this is my Chag. Chanukah really represents being in the darkest and the lowest and the most remote places.
I'm standing here, but I can't hold myself. I know I need the help of someone else. I am my brother's keeper. I can use my hand.
What connects me most to Chanukah, and what probably connects all of us, is the wonderful mandate to light the menorah, to light the Chanukiah out and in the open, in front of everyone. It's like David HaMelech, who says to Hashem, I will profess your greatness and your kingship before all the kings of the earth. And we are doing this every Chanukah. We're showing the light and the miracle and the great wonders of what God has done for us, the Jewish people, in front of the whole entire world. And it's on display for everyone to see. That is the power of Chanukah. That with each and every single day that we light the Chanukiah, that we add light, we had more light. It only shows that this flame, which can ignite another flame, without really extinguishing the original flame, it's giving of ourselves, and the more chesed and the more kindness that we do with each and every day, it will not take away from us, God forbid, but it's only going to give more. And the more light that we spread, the more and more we're able to illuminate the whole entire world. This is Chanukah, and this is why I love it so much.
Whenever we down, he can lift us up. Ain't a difficulty, too difficult for us. If only we would trust and keep our heads up. This sky we can touch, yeah. But I feel so out of my zone. I feel like I lost my control. I feel so out of my zone. I feel like I lost my way home, yeah. But when it's dark out, I can't see, yeah. So can you make a light for me? It's hard. From Egypt to Babylon, the Holocaust, Inquisition would pivot us to the pogroms, yeah. From the Greeks and now in Rome, yeah. But we fight back to light that fire. They got a problem cause this neshama won't expire. We move it on. We show the whole entire world no fear in us. And so we make a flame for this miracle. So we make it 8 days, 8 nights, and you can call it 8 flames, 8 lights. We light a flame for this miracle. Hey, we light a flame for this miracle. So we make it 8 days, 8 nights, and you can call it 8 flames, 8 lights. And we light a flame for this miracle. Hey, we light a flame for this miracle. I'm standing here, but I can't hold myself. I know I need the help of someone else. I am my brother's keeper. I can use my hand to be my brother's keeper. We gon' fly away. Not in a million years, cause 6 million tears be ignored still. These are arms of steel, King David's shield. Operation Moses, Ethiopian Trojan. He gave the mighty to the weak and the many to the few. In a minute, it was through. Even in the dark, we light it through. So now I give my light to you, but we fight back to light that fire. They got a problem cause this neshama won't expire. We move it on. We show the whole entire world no fear in us. So we make a flame for this miracle. Hey, so we make it 8 days, 8 nights, and you can call it 8 flames, 8 lights. We light a flame for this miracle. Hey, we light a flame for this miracle. So we make it 8 days, 8 nights, and you can call it 8 flames, 8 lights. And we light a flame for this miracle. Hey, we light a flame for this miracle. Everybody at home sing along. We make it 8 days, 8 nights, 8 flames, 8 lights for this miracle. Hey, so we light a flame for this miracle. So we make it 8 days, 8 nights, 8 flames, 8 lights for this miracle. We light a flame for this miracle. Hope everybody's joined the Chanukah so far.
And now, Hi, my name is Tamir Goodman. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I was blessed to play Division I basketball on a full athletic scholarship and professional basketball without playing on Chabad. Today, I live in Jerusalem with my wife and 5 kids, and I have a sports consulting company that focuses on product development, coaching, and scouting for basketball players around the world. After many years of hard work and training and pushing myself till tears every day, trying to be the best Jewish basketball player that I could be, at the age of 17, I was ranked the 25th best high school basketball player in all of America. I started getting a lot of scholarship offers. I originally committed to the University of Maryland, but then I realized that if I wanted to stay and play there, I'd have to play on Shabbat. So I actually went to play for a different team, Towson University, and Towson University managed to change the entire schedule for me so that I could play Division I basketball without playing on Shabbat. After a month of intense training on campus, the first game of the season finally started, and then the second game, and then the third game. Third game was in Philadelphia, and we traveled there the day before the game. And late at night before the game, we heard a knock on the door. My roommate and I, Mohammed, who was a Muslim basketball player. And I went to open up the door, and I was completely shocked to see it was our head coach. Feeling very nervous, I went into the hallway, and coach just said, "Look, I really want you to be ready to play tomorrow." And I said, "Coach, I try to always be ready to play. What's going on? What's special?" He said, "Well, we're playing against Villanova. They're one of the best teams in the whole country. The game is going to be on ESPN. Millions of people are going to be watching the game. And Tamir, you're starting." And I felt so nervous because my whole life I've been watching Villanova. And now, am I really good enough to play against them, especially when their point guard is a senior and I'm just a freshman? I came back into the room and I closed the door and I was frozen. I was so scared. I couldn't sleep the whole night. The next day, we got to Villanova, 2 hours before the game. Usually there's no crowd there. It's just the players warming up. And we were warming up, but I just couldn't get my confidence going. I was so nervous. I couldn't dribble well. I couldn't make my shots. I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to play on this level on ESPN in front of all these people. After a little bit of time in the warm-ups, I looked up in the crowd and I was completely shocked to see there was a Jewish lady there and a young Jewish boy, her son, with a kippah on his head. And I locked eyes with them and I stopped warming up for a minute. And I was staring at them and I noticed that the young boy took a poster board out of his bag and he lifted up the poster board and he started writing in Hebrew letters at Villanova, "Bruchim Abayim le Tamir Goodman." He wrote that in Hebrew letters, "Welcome to Tamir Goodman." And down from the floor, I just thought to myself, wow, who ever saw Hebrew letters in this world-famous arena? This is unbelievable. And when I saw those letters, I just didn't feel nervous anymore. It made me feel right at home. I ended up having a very good game. I had 13 points and 6 assists as a freshman. And the coach came over to me after the game and he said, "Tamir, I just want to let you know that you won the starting spot as a freshman for the rest of the season." And oftentimes people ask me, they say, "Tamir, how were you a starter as a freshman in Division I basketball?" And I always say to them, it wasn't me. It was the young Jewish boy that wrote the Hebrew letters. It was the Hebrew letters that made me feel right at home, and I wasn't nervous anymore. I think this story has an incredible message for us and Chanukah, especially this year. Because this year, we don't have our confidence going. We don't feel like ourselves. Because of the coronavirus, all of our confidence has been taken away from us. But this story reminds me, and hopefully it will remind you, just take the first step. Get dressed, put on your uniform, start warming up, and eventually Hashem will send you the blessings that you need to be successful. I wasn't confident. I didn't think I was going to be able to play well in that game, but I put my uniform on, I went out to warm-ups, and Hashem sent those angels that showed me the Hebrew letters that gave me all the confidence that I needed to move forward and have a great game. So my blessing to you this Chanukah is, just take the first step. There's so much power in adding just one light, because when we add just one light, Hashem will take care of the rest for us. Happy Chanukah from Jerusalem, and thank you to Chabad for the opportunity.
And one inspiration to all of us. Two guys who've been extremely successful in their career, and they're proud to wear their religion and their Judaism on their sleeve, and it's been an integral part of their success. So now it's time for our judges to announce the winner of our Menorah competition. Can we go to the judges' studio? Hello, judges. Can you hear me? Are you scrambling for a microphone there?
We hear you.
We are. We can hear you. I'm going to de-mask so I can hear you properly.
Even better, thank you. Do you have a finalist selected?
I should say we're all very carefully socially distanced here, as I'm sure you can see. And the young judges are in a bubble, so that's how comes they're next to each other. So in a moment, we are going to announce our winner. Very, very exciting. And before we do that, I just want to clarify that all 5 are getting amazing prizes.
Can you tell us about some of those
Having a mini
prizes?
sound issue of my own making.
Oh, look, there we can see some of the prizes there. Wow. Judges, could you take us through some of those prizes?
So, yes, I will, Johnny. Well done. You've preempted me there. So the winner is getting a PlayStation 5, which would make my kids personally very jealous. The runner-up is getting this microjet, which we've had to fight the Chabad rabbis to give away because they were quite excited about that one.
Nice.
And then the runners-up have a selection of other amazing toys. A tank that actually apparently goes up walls. We have stunt cars here and a table hockey set. So really, really brilliant prizes and very well deserved because the piece of work were fantastic.
Absolutely.
So I'm now going to hand over to our head judge, Anita, as she comes from the art world. She really should be the person to announce the winner.
So Shmuley and Yitzi, it was a very, very, very hard decision, and we did debate it. It took quite a while, didn't it, Rachel?
It did. It went backwards and forwards and a lot of conversation because they were both fabulous.
So Yitzi, we decided after our long debate that you are the winner. Congratulations!
Congratulations to Yitzi Katz.
Congratulations, Yitzi. First prize.
And
sorry, judges.
Commiserations to Shmuley. It was such a close thing. I can't even tell you. There was a single point in it between us.
Yeah.
So yours was awesome. So let's give you a round of applause from here.
Judges, could you tell us one of those?
A big round of applause to Yitzi as well from here.
Judges, could you tell us one of the points why Yitzi was the winner? Could you give us one of those the strongest point that led you to Yitzi being chosen the winner?
The reason why Yitzi was the winner is that Shmuley came across the idea in an easier process where Yitzi it was much harder and he had to work on it again and again. And this is how a real artist usually works. So I hope that one of the 5 of you in the future becomes an artist, at least one of you.
And I come from a singing background, so I was very keen on the tin cans, but I also love playing chess. So I like the chessboard. They were both fabulous. Girls, do you want to say anything about your favorites or what you liked about each one, maybe?
I thought they were both amazing. I was really impressed with the chess one, especially since I love playing chess. It's actually my favorite game. And the singing one, I have a terrible voice, but I love singing. So I really like that one also. It was a really hard choice. And yeah, they're both amazing. Very impressive.
Excellent. And Mishka?
Yeah, I agree. The chess one was really impressive. I think it takes really hard work, and I don't think I could be able to do that.
Right. So they were both fabulous, weren't they? They're really, really wonderful. Honestly, you both have so much to be proud of. Great, great achievements, and I look forward to you receiving your prizes. Congratulations to Shmuley and to Yitzi. Well done.
And here is Yitzi's brother, all excited because he's going to get to play with that PlayStation 5 as well, I guess. So they're celebrating in the Katz's house.
Oh my God. Do you need a screen for it? Does it come with a screen?
Okay, judges, thank you so much for that. That's well done to Yitzi. Wow, PlayStation 5, you must be super excited about that. It's going to be on its way to you. And well done to all the other finalists. Your prizes will be on your way to you very shortly that we'll be sending out to you. So great stuff.
Definitely.
Great celebration for Yitzi on the 7th day there. You can see he's ecstatic. Doesn't really know what to do with himself. He's so excited. So I'm jealous. I'd love that PlayStation 5. So great job, Yitzi, and great hard work. There's all the family cheering and celebrating. Well done, guys, and well done for really keeping up.
What a perfect way to end Hanukkah, isn't it? Brilliant prizes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as I said earlier, it was an absolute inspiration that Yitzi got stuck along his path and wasn't able to achieve it in a few different... Back to the drawing board, he found another way to do it, and he achieved his... There you go, Yitzi. Fantastic prize. So, okay, it's time to see our chain of goodness that's spreading good deeds and positivity around the UK. Spreading positivity and spreading good deeds is really very contagious, and we'll show you exactly how.
אוף, מה יהיה? כן, כבר נמאס מהקורונה הזאת.
היי, ילדים, אתם נראים קצת עצובים. מה קרה?
אנחנו רוצים שהכל ייפתח שוב, שנחזור כבר לשגרה.
רגע, אם כבר מבקשים, בואו נבקש בגדול.
מה זה בגדול? שתסתיים הקורונה?
לא, יותר גדול מזה. נבקש שתבוא הגאולה.
גאולה? מה זה גאולה?
גאולה, הכוונה שהעולם שלנו הולך להשתנות. כשתבוא הגאולה, לא יהיו צרות בכלל. לא יהיו מלחמות. לא יהיו מחלות. ובטח גם לא קורונה. יהיה עולם חדש, שיהיה בו רק טוב.
נכון. אני נזכר שלמדנו את זה בתנ"ך. שאנחנו לבקש? מי אנחנו בכלל?
השם מחכה לתפילות שלנו, ובמיוחד לתפילות שלכם, הילדים. הגאולה יכולה לבוא רק בזכות הבקשות והאמונה שלנו.
טוב, אז בואו נבקש יחד את הגאולה, ובעזרת השם היא תבוא. אלוקים שבשמיים, הבא לנו את הגאולה, עכשיו!
אמן ואמן, שתתקבל תפילתכם. עכשיו אני יכול לבקש מכם עוד משהו?
בטח.
תוכלו להעביר את הסרטון הזה ל1,000,000 אנשים?
למה להעביר? וגם איך נעביר ל1,000,000? אנחנו לא מכירים כל כך הרבה אנשים.
צריך להעביר, כי כמה שיותר אנשים יתפללו ויבקשו את הגאולה, זה יקרה יותר מהר. ואתם כן יכולים להגיע ל1,000,000. אתם תעבירו ל10 אנשים. והם יעבירו כל אחד ל10 נוספים, וגם הם יעבירו. וככה נגיע ל1,000,000.
מצוין, אנחנו מעבירים. תעבירו גם אתם, ובקרוב נתראה בבית המקדש השלישי. יהי רצון לפניך, שיבנה בית המקדש, במהרה בימינו.
So that's it for our greatest Chanukah virtual celebration. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for voting. And thank you to our guests, our judges and contestants. We also thank you for bearing with us with a few of our technological hiccups. We invite you to join the Chabad Million People Chanukah event, which is about to start right now. That's 1 million people celebrating Chanukah together. Simply visit www.chanukah.global. That's it for today. We wish you Chanukah Sameach, Chodesh Tov, and remember to share the light.
Chanukah's a time of joy, a time to dance. Tanz, tanz, tacke, tacke, hule, hule, hule. Tanz, tanz, tacke, tacke, heilige, hule, yo. Clap along, dance along, it's Chanukah, here we go. Echad ani yudea, this time do me one favor. Mitzvah liyot b'simcha, Shnayim ani yudea, when you share it that's a flavor. Mitzvah liyot b'simcha. Oh, this whole world spins on divine. Nothing you can do when it's dancing time. Tanz, tanz, tacke, tacke, hule, hule, hule. Tanz, tanz, tacke, tacke.
את האירוע ניהלה והפיקה חברת צבעים הפקות. שמחנו לרגש ולהתרגש יחד איתכם. אנו מקווים שנהנתם ונתראה באירועים הבאים. ערב נעים ומהנה.